So I've been wanting to build shop apartments or a group of shops and then have living space above. Now, as you know, in The Sims 4, we cannot have like commercial space zone below and then living space up above. However, it's still possible to have some of those aspects without having a full-on community lot. And with the new For Rent expansion pack, you can easily create multiple rental units above on each what would be a shop. So today we're building in Brindleton Bay. I called this lot Brindleton Avenue. I built it on the empty 40 by 30 lot located here. Great location. Beautiful spot actually, and I think it fits very well. I tried to match the buildings or shops as much as possible with the world itself and the overall style of Brindleton Bay, and I think I did pretty well. I kind of had to zoom around the world a little bit and just kind of see what they look like and kind of get an overall feel of style. So yeah, I'm very happy with how this build turned out. I do wish that we could have like functional commercial, and I do feel like with the rental aspect or the ability to assign units to a section of a lot, I do feel like that could be possible now that the game can do that. And I think it would be great to see that. I don't know if we ever will, but it would be like a dream come true to have that, to be able to do that, because then you could have actual functioning community lots, like functional bars or functional spas or, I don't know, a functional gym. I mean, there's so many different types of community lots that you could plop down and make a functional shop. Even just an actual like clothing store would be great. So there are 3 different shops, as we're going to call them, actually 4. The one side is divided into 2. So there's a library, which is a shared space. So any sim in this particular unit or apartment that lives in this area can use the library. There's also a spa, which you can hire people to fill those positions. So there's massage tables and like nail and foot massage chairs. There's also a gym, which has just some workout equipment, so that can be used by anybody because, again, it's shared space. And there's also a sauna in the back of the gym. And then on the other side, it's kind of tight, kind of cozy. It's just a small cafe, but I thought that was quite fitting having it in the brick building, and it's just a cute little cafe. You can also hire a barista. I think it's 100 Simoleons to do that. And then you can actually have the functional cafe portion. So pretty cool. Kind of works in a way. I mean, it's not like a fully functional lot as it would be by itself, but you can hire the people to fill those roles and actually make it work. So this building is actually a very interesting shape, but I had to come up with a way to get the entrance to the apartment. So we're kind of sectioning off this back part, which will be the cafe, this tiny little area, but this is the entrance to get to the upstairs apartment. So I'm just kind of figuring out how to fit the stairwell in there, fix the windows up. And I do come back and fix those columns because it was bugging me that they were white and that they were sticking up like when I would go down to the lowest floor. So I didn't fix them on the bigger, like the building on the end, because there's just really no way to get that same style of column to continue all the way up. But for this white, simple square column, it's easy to do. I just kind of duplicated it. So the other apartment units that are above the shops, they are accessed from the outside off the back of each building. So they each have their own little front doors and little like tiny little balconies to kind of get to them. This is the biggest apartment on the very end. This is the only one that has 2 floors, but then the middle one has roof access. So each of them have their own benefits. So, they're kind of just styled how you would imagine them to be, or at least in their own unique ways. So I kind of kept the style of the building. I tried to match the exteriors as much as possible using black accents and white and black, and that's kind of where we went with this. I don't know. It was just strange, but the one has more of a modern feel and the others have more of like a classical brick kind of vibe, and I do incorporate some brick walls on the inside when we get to that portion, but I don't know which one's my favorite. I'm not sure yet. I haven't actually played enough in it yet to figure out which one's my favorite yet. I'm going to have to say probably the bigger one on the end just because I like having the 2 floors, but I also like the one that's above the library and the cafe. Like that actually is a 2 bedroom, like 1 bath apartment. This middle one here that I'm working on now ends up becoming a 1 bedroom, 1 bath. And then the one on the end is 3 bedrooms, 3 baths. There is laundry in 2 of the units. The one on the end that's above this library here and the cafe does not have laundry in the unit, but the other 2 units do. They have their own little laundry rooms. I thought that was kind of important to have. And yeah, we're kind of just going through. I did have to save often, and I did notice my game started to lag quite a bit. I did have it on just regular residential for most of the building. As you can see, like there's no unit option, but I don't know if it was just wallpaper lag or even just general lag. It wasn't just wallpaper, it was placing objects and things. So I don't know what was going on because it was fine in the very beginning, and then all of a sudden it just started lagging like pretty bad. But I got through it, powered through it. It just made me nervous because I was afraid that I was gonna like lose progress or something. But just remember, save your work. It's always important to do that. So yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how to lay out the like walking paths around the building. So I did kind of angle some bits and kind of tie them in together. And then you can basically walk around the entire perimeter of the building to the other side. Originally, I thought about putting like a car parking area off this one side, but I thought it was kind of narrow. So we put like a driveway and then like a parking lot in the back of the building. And that's where I put some decorative debug cars where the people that live in the units above will park, or anybody visiting the shops can park. So yeah, we're putting in the parking lot right now. I thought that was pretty cool, and it tied well in with the road area here too. And I imagine cars would park along the front there too. So, because it's like a street. We do put the apartment mailbox right there along the back. I thought that was kind of nice. Also kind of out of the way. It kind of makes it look like a communal mailbox of sorts, but it's for the units above. I do put a decorative like debug mailbox. It's like blue. But that's like later in the decorative portions. But now we're trying to figure out trees. I do landscape to match Brindleton Bay as much as possible. As you can see, I'm pulling in some of the trees that surround the lot just to kind of tie it in a little better. There's actually some like nice trees in there too, that I was like, oh wow, look at this. But it must not be part of this particular area of the map that I was in. And I did find these nice bushes, which I think go great lining the street there. And I found some different trees that actually better tie in a little bit, just kind of positioning them off and around. And I didn't want too many trees because I wanted the lot to basically feel almost like a street with like shops and stuff on it. So I didn't want too much landscaping, but we do put enough in it that it fits well, I think. Now I'm doing some exterior lighting. I found these street lamps in the debug catalog, but then later I swapped them out for different ones. I found different ones that I could actually change the colors of. So we do pop those in. I'm just grabbing a bunch of random stuff from the debug, trying to find stuff. And it's like, whoa, look at that giant boat. That's from the boats out there over on the bay there. But yeah, we do not put a boat there. It's not functional anyway, but it's a pretty nice view, I have to say. Like you have the bay right here. There's a community park nearby, so everything is pretty close. There are fireplaces. Actually, there's only a fireplace in one of the units, which is the middle apartment, but there are decorative chimneys, and they will function since there's a fireplace on the lot, so they will have smoke come out of them. I do put drain spouts or rain gutters, just for some more realism. They're from the Get Together expansion pack, which is one of the very, very early packs of The Sims 4. But I thought that was cool to have. And then I put in some different awnings for the different locations or buildings, which I think works quite well. Again, they kind of match around Brindleton Bay. I've noticed they use some like glass awnings, which on some of the decorative like shells, so which I think was pretty good to use here to kind of pay tribute to that. And then I used some newer awnings from the For Rent pack. Now we're pulling in the debug cars, and I was looking for the sports car, but I couldn't find the one that didn't have the messed up wheels. But I do later find that one, and I do swap that back in. So we get rid of that green car. I did park a little red van here. I thought that was kind of nice to have, and a pickup truck here as well, to kind of make it look like Sims are like visiting the lot. and just kind of parked along the way there. Or like the cafe is having a delivery of coffee with the red van, something like that. So I do find these like bollard posts, which are basically designed to keep like cars from like driving up onto the sidewalk. And there goes the blue mailbox. It's not functional, it's purely decorative, but I thought that that was kind of cool to have, considering this is supposed to be like a street. I do use these planters originally. However, I do change those out later because I just didn't like how they looked, especially once we got to the inside and they were like sticking through the wall. I'm like, oh yeah, we're gonna have to change those, but it's okay. I think we use some base game ones for that, but still it's nice to have the planters and just have different styles in the overall building. Something that I didn't film, but I added later, and you'll see in the screenshots, is I put a spa, like a small spa sign logo up on the upper part above all of the windows in the middle building, because I was looking for signage and I just couldn't find what I was looking for, because there's just so much. I did not limit this build by packs. And speaking of this build, it is available on the Sims 4 gallery. It is called Brindleton Avenue. So here's the gallery listing. It's 40 by 30. There's 3 apartments. It's 208,391 simoleons, so very expensive. Has the library, which we're working on now. Has a small cafe, which you'll see come together. Has a spa in the middle, and then a gym. And they're all shared spaces, so Sims, again, can use these lots if they, or not lots, but if they can use these little areas if they happen to live here. So it's very cool, I think, to have that. The library is very cute, very cozy, but not much going into it. Just some books, a couple of computers, a couple of tables, and some reading chairs. So yeah, I didn't really feel like it needed to be a big library. Originally, I was going to put the gym in there, but I wanted more space for the gym because like treadmills and the weight machines. And then I also wanted to put in a sauna, which really wouldn't fit in here. And then like, I thought about mixing like the library and the cafe together, but then I thought, no, let's make them separate. Let's make them like cute little separate things. So originally I was going to put in a bar, and then I'm like, no, because there really isn't much room for that. I did quickly check to make sure that you can hire somebody for that, and you can. So that's why I quickly went to live mode there, just to make sure that, you know, this could actually be functional, and it can. I'm just trying to figure out the overall style of the cafe. So I did swap out for these tables and chairs that came from the Get Together expansion pack. I thought they were nice, gave it a little bit of cottage vibe, but there really isn't much that you could squeeze in here without it like being like impacting the function of the lot, like Sims walking around and actually be able to use the stuff. So I kind of kept it pretty simple, just 2 tables and chairs, and then there's actually the unit itself. And then I did put some more chairs on the outside so you could actually sit out there and drink your coffee or eat your whatever you happen to order, your pastry. But it went for a more like cute, charming vibe here. And we do some stone floor, which I think looks really pretty. There was a weird like glitch on the front door there, but I fixed that with the stone. I don't know if it was because like the way the shapes were or something. So now we're working on the first apartment, which is above the library and the cafe. And this one's more of like a light, modern kind of vibe. We have an exposed brick wall. The brick is a different style from the exterior, but I did that on purpose because I feel like this one looked a little bit better for the interior of the apartments. It just, I don't know, it just gives a little bit of an industrial vibe, but also like, I don't know, just makes it feel warm instead of like cold like the exterior brick does. But that's okay because I like the exterior brick looking like that because it actually fits well with the like overall style of the lot itself. So this kitchen is all white. There's actually a lot of like bright white in this apartment, which I realize is ironic because one of the bedrooms is actually a toddler's bedroom. So my vision for people or Sims living here would be that they had like, you know, it's like a couple of Sims and then they have a toddler and they live in this unit here. And yeah, I'm putting in a office space right off the kitchen there because I thought we didn't really need a dining space because we have the island with the bar stools there. So that makes like a really great spot just to kind of get rid of the, you know, the dining table because there really isn't a lot of room in these apartments. They're actually quite tiny and cozy. I used some Desert Luxe curtains in here because I thought that they looked great and they fit with the overall style of the build, at least what I was going for, which was kind of like a white modern luxury. I really don't know what to call it. We do put a bookcase over there. And then I put in this small little table by the entryway with a mirror. So, and then we kind of find a rug, and I find this nice rug. I believe that's a horse ranch rug. So yeah, as I was saying, this build does not shy away from packs. There's no limited packs. The gallery will tell you all of the packs you need, but I use 25 of them. Like, there's too many to name, and like some of them are probably only from one object, but I wanted to do a build that really didn't limit the content I could use or objects, and I could kind of use a whole bunch of different things across a whole bunch of different packs to kind of get different styles of Sims that would live in these units. So I do put in a functional hot water heater and a functional power box or electrical box, because I thought that that's kind of a fun little challenge to have. Here I am fixing the columns really quick. That way they don't like stick up and kind of block your view. That was a little annoying because they're just bright white. They're just in your face. So now it doesn't do that anymore, which is wonderful. But yeah, the functional hot water heater and power box. So that'll be a fun little challenge for the Sims that live in these units. It's down off the bottom of the middle unit. It's just in a small closet, accessible by anyone. It's shared space. I didn't want to like lock it to a particular unit or anything, just to, forego any issues with like Sims needing to access it. So it's just a small little closet, and that's all it has in it. It's just, tucked away underneath the balcony of the middle one. So good spot for it, I think, too. So now we're doing the main bedroom or primary bedroom in the first apartment here. And this is kind of like a light, soft blue tone. A little bit of modern, a little bit of, I really don't know. I do know it came from, it's like a mixture of growing together items. So you can see that beautiful table, that beautiful like dresser. We have some, I don't know, I think that's Dream Home Decorator, those pictures on the wall. But again, very kind of white and clean. This is the toddler bedroom going together. We have a small toddler bed, and I did put a changing table and a potty training toilet and a couple little toys around. We do move that radiator out of the way because it's just in the way, and I wanted to fit a unicorn toy. So very cute little toddler bed, though. I think a lot of move objects. Actually, move objects was a primary thing in this build, so make sure you turn that on before you place the lot in the gallery, otherwise things might go a little wonky. And then here we are putting the curtains up, which I thought these were kind of cool. They have like a little scene on them, and I thought that was great for a kid's room. Now I'm just finding a door that we can put on the exterior of this little utility closet. So we do find just a black door, and I tuck it off to the side because the door was like clipping into the hot water heater, which needed it was like 4x2. So I didn't want to have the door get in the way of Sims needing to access the hot water heater or the power box. So it's a good spot. It's just kind of off the corner, and you don't really know that it's a closet until you get close. So now we're putting together the spa, which annoyingly, the platform erased some of the exterior wall here, but the massage tables are elevated on this platform. They're in the back. I do throw in 2 aquariums along the back, and then we just put a spa logo sign. So pretty simple. It took me a little bit to find them because I'm searching for spa, and then I thought, oh, maybe I have to have the lot type, because when I was just searching for spa, none of the stuff was coming up. And then when I was sort by the pack, none of the objects were coming up either. It was so weird. I forget how I found them, but I did eventually find them. But I had that a couple of times, not just with Spa Day, but with a couple of the other packs. I know that objects should have been in the show all category, and it should have showed you everything from that pack. But quite a few times, it was not showing objects from certain packs. And there's no particular pack. I know Spa Day was one, but again, it didn't really stick on Spa Day. It was just any kind of pack. I thought 3 aquariums was a bit much, so I just pared it down to 2 on each side, and then we put the spa logo, and we do these vertical light bars, which I thought was quite nice and kind of brightens up a little bit. And then we put a modern luxe rug in the center just to kind of give it that luxurious feel. Now we're doing the sauna in the gym area. I thought that was kind of cool to have. That's a spa day sauna, but it's a great spot to have it because after you finish a workout, you can just go relax in the sauna. We have 3 treadmills, a weightlifting bench, and the punching bag. And I use some of the vertical light bars here as well, just to kind of give it a unique look. We do some stools, that way like Sims are waiting to use the sauna. Essentially, they won't sit there and wait to use the sauna. They'll just go in and sit down, because I think multiple Sims can use the sauna at once. But just for a little bit of realism there, we do some curtains and a TV on the wall as well, kind of tucked out of the way. And then I use these decals from, gosh, what is that? I think it's Growing Together. Yes, I think they came with Growing Together. These like fitness related decals that I put on the wall of the gym. So now I'm doing the end unit, which is interesting because I skipped right over the middle unit, and there's a reason I did that. I was actually thinking of just leaving it unfinished and like not furnishing it. So I kind of skipped over that one, but I do end up furnishing it. And it becomes like a yellow apartment. But this one is more of like an industrial. You have like moody colors, dark wood floor. The kitchen cabinets, I believe I come back and swap them for like a black, darker tone. I was going for a little bit more of a whiter, kind of lighter tone, but then something annoyed me. I think it was either the fridge not matching or the dishwasher not matching. Yes, it was the dishwasher. I was trying to throw in the dishwasher and it wasn't matching any of the kitchen, like the other appliances, like the stove or the fridge. So swapping that to a different color kind of resolved that. See, like it wasn't matching, and I'm like, really? This doesn't match. So we do swap it to black, which kind of looks a little better. I have to say I love this one though. I like all the like the big tall windows, and you have like the corner as well, so you have way more natural light. We have dark leather couches. These came from Horse Ranch, and the chairs, and it's a great living space. I use these bookcases. I believe they're from Dream Home Decorator. And kind of like used move objects and alt place them so they like wrap around the corner like that. It was a little tricky because I kind of wanted to snap to each other, but if you did it just right, you got it to like not snap to each other and you got it to sit there. I was trying to figure out curtains for these windows, but I think I ended up just choosing a shade. Only on the front though. I left the side ones open, and because like none of the other curtains really like worked, I guess. And I put a dumpster out back, which was from Eco Living. That way your Sims can like dumpster dive or possibly use it for trash as well. Even though there's like multiple trash bins in every kitchen in the units, but also outside as well. Doing a little bit of clutter, but not too much because I wanted to leave prep space for your Sims to be able to prep meals. There was a weird glitch going on with a tile here, but I was like, okay, I'll just ignore it. This is the laundry room. I do come back and change that. I did do stacked, but then I do side-by-sides because I used one of the wall air conditioning units from For Rent. And that like puts a vent on the inside. And I was going to put a shower down here, but there really wasn't any way to like make it work with a toilet, a sink, the laundry, and a shower. So we just opt for a toilet and a sink. And I was testing quickly tile in the kitchen instead of hardwood floor, but we just kept the hardwood. It just looks way nicer. This is a small little gaming / study room. Has a guitar in there and just a bunch of little posters, neon lights. It's kind of a very cool gamer's room. I kind of imagined like a single like dad sim living here, hence like the darker masculine tones of the place. But he has like 2 kids, and he has like a young son and then a teenage daughter. And that's kind of who I envisioned would be living in this unit, but he has his own little room that he can like go to and escape. But so the kids can use it too. So this is the primary bedroom for that single dad sim. Not too much going on in here. We do have a dresser, bed, but really what else does it need? A mirror I put like in the center of the 2 windows. And I think I used, gosh, I don't remember what curtains I used in here. I did eventually find curtains though, because I was like going through everything and I'm like, oh, no, don't like those. Nope, don't like those. Yes, Desert Lux again. But again, I didn't shy away from any of the packs. And I do like this picture. It has multiple swatches on it. I can't remember which pack it came from, but I like that it has like little speech bubbles. They're very cool. Makes it for an interesting little like art piece. There are other speech bubbles and stuff too. This is the bathroom that's off the primary bedroom. That's actually attached. And then there's a hallway bath, and I was kind of experimenting with wallpapers. I was going to use that wallpaper for the teens bedroom, but then I decided not to. And all the bathrooms in this particular unit are pretty much styled the same, so they're kind of dark and black and white and gold. But yeah, we do tone down that wallpaper, as you can see, because it was just like, I don't know, it was hurting my eyes, but it's probably why I don't use it much. I kind of wanted to use it because I don't use it that much. But this is a very fun, like, pink girly bedroom. She's kind of a mess because I do add like the clutter of like the clothing and stuff like on the floor, as you can see on the rug. We'll get to that, but kind of a messy teens room, but still a very cool teens room nonetheless. A lot of posters around, and I think I do put neon lights in here as well. I didn't colorize them, I just left them the default white, but you can click on them and you can have your sim change the color of those to be any color you want. I do put a smart speaker downstairs as well. This is the boys' room, which is like a blue. The only downside about this bedroom is that the window overlooks the roof space of the middle unit. Like the stairs right there, and like you can look right in. I didn't put any curtains on the window because like nothing really fit that would like not clip the dresser. And I do use this cool high school years rug, which is like a piece of toast with egg on it. I thought that was kind of cool. And I was like, I don't use that swatch, so let's use it. Put a bunch of clutter in there to kind of make it look lived in. Found some backpacks. And then I do the roof space of the middle unit first. And I thought, yeah, I guess we'll furnish this. So we put a hot tub up here, an outdoor grill, some seating, and a telescope as well. Great little roof space. It is private, so it is owned by the middle unit. I do use the new for rent fridge just for easy access, so you don't have to go all the way downstairs to get any like food items to grill. I do put potted planters so you can garden up here, and I was just looking for other things, but I thought the telescope was like a perfect addition up there. And then I lit it up a bit, and then I thought, you know what, I guess I'm just going to furnish it all. Like, why not? I do change out some of the exterior lighting later on for different lights. I was just trying to find stuff that kind of fits, because I was like, oh, I better not forget some exterior lighting here. So whoops. We do add that just around the doors, because like there is like lights around the lots, like, you know, around the lot itself and around the walkways, but not around the doors. So they were still kind of dark. And I found this cool little sign. I believe that's high school years. And the cafe did not need a sign because there was a window above for the toddler's bedroom in that first unit. And it doesn't really need a sign. And I don't think there really was a cafe sign. There is like a coffee mug one, but I think that came with dine out, and I didn't want to use any of the dine out items. So, because again, it's not like a restaurant. We do bump out this bedroom by one tile because I was having trouble fitting things in here. It does make the living space a bit smaller, but I think it works nice because we fit a modern luxe bed in here, and it's just a better layout without it feeling so cramped. It's a cute little bedroom, I think. We did like gold and white. I do some clutter on the dresser, which I left blank for a little while, but this is the living space. This is the unit that does have a fireplace. I use this fireplace from, I want to say eco living or eco lifestyle. I forget what it's exactly called. And then this is where the color changed to yellow because I used the yellow cabinetry from the Home Chef Hustle stuff pack. So I like the soft yellow. It's quite nice. It's very bright, very cheery. And I use the Modern Luxe TV that looks like a picture. So I thought that's a great art piece, but it's also a functional TV. We do some cabinetry that's like fake storage. And then I use move objects and raise up some objects to kind of place them on top and make it look more lived in and just kind of cute, like little knickknacks around, some books. And I realized I forgot some in the other apartment, so I do swap back and forth. And then trying to find curtains, I found these base game ones that I've never used before, but I thought they were like a slightly goldish yellow color, and they didn't clip into any of the objects below in the living space. They weren't like super big, you know? So I thought they fit quite well. And then this is just the island. So 2 of the chairs on the island are functional. The one, or actually probably only one actually, because the other tile does get like a cookbook and some plates. It might be close. But the one has a laptop from the university pack. So I do think that end one should be functional with those items sitting there. They only place a plate. So if they did, so like it's not like a super big deal, I guess. So I do swap out some more of the clutter and kind of shuffle it around. The laundry room is in that small little 2x4 room here. And then out here in the entryway, I do decide to put in like a coat hanging shoe area, since there really wasn't much space to put like closets or anything. I thought this was kind of like a nice like mudroom kind of thing where you can hang clothing or kick off your shoes, and it's a very cool little nook. I thought kind of ties in with the other like parts of the apartment that have more storage. And this is the bright white bathroom. Everything is like a whitish black in here, very modern but still very nice, and gets the job done, I think. Now I'm just going around placing clutter around, kind of make it feel more lived in, using move objects and alt placing items to kind of get them to fit better on how I want them to on the dresser, as opposed to just snapping wherever they want to. So we're almost to the end. I did find this nice little painting to throw up there, but again, it's just kind of simple. I was looking for more clutter in this apartment as well, because I realized I didn't really have as much compared to the others. So I'm just looking around for different things I could possibly place or include. I do shuffle some of the radiators around, or radiators, and add them to the end unit as well, because I realized I didn't have any, at least in some of the living space. In the bedrooms, I didn't put them because there really wasn't much room. I did kind of shuffle this around to try and fit it, and then the dryer was being weird, so I just found the side-by-side units, and then I'm like, where can I put the heating units? So we do put that there, and I think that's a complete laundry room. Put some laundry related clutter items, and then in here for the entryway of the first unit, I do find like a hat and like clothing racks, just to kind of make it look like Sims that live here kind of hung up their clothes and, you know, or their jackets from the outside. And I was going to try and put a fruit bowl on the end there, but it just didn't look right. I'm like, no, let's just get rid of that. So this is a very simple entryway. There's a trash bin down there as well, but we are pretty much nearing the end. I didn't assign units on camera because it just takes quite a while and it's kind of laggy. I don't know why. Ever since the recent hotfix, assigning units is a little laggy. I didn't have too much problem though. I think it's only when I get above 6, but before I used to be able to go to at least like 10 or 12 before it would lag out. But here's the exterior of Brindleton Avenue. Great little location to live. I do apologize for the lighting. I think it was like 5 p.m. in the game, but I did have my sim own it. But you can see the floor plan and the layout of each of the units, and then the roof space, and then that second floor on that very end unit. So now we're going inside the library. Great little cozy space, kind of just warm, and there's some reds in there, but not too, you know, you don't need much in a library. It's just a place to go for some research. Now we're going into the cafe. You can see the mailbox there. This is a little cafe, so you can come in for a sweet treat. You'd have to hire a sim to attend that, but I think it's only like 100 simoleons. Those white pipes are actually where the utility closet is, but this is the entryway into the first unit, which is above. Beautiful apartment. I don't know. I'm kind of leaning more towards this one. I like this one. I might play in this one. I just like the brick and just how this one's laid out. You kind of get the corner as well, but you get like great views out the window of the town, and it's just very cozy, very homey. We have the bathroom here, kind of small, but it works, gets the job done, you know. And then we have the primary bedroom and then the cute little toddler's bedroom. I do hope you enjoyed the speed build so far. Make sure to give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment below with your favorite unit if you have one, or just what you think overall. And again, you can find it on the gallery. My EA ID is just TheSimified, or you can search it by the name of Brindleton Avenue. So this is the exterior and how you get to the 2 other units. This is the cute yellow apartment. Again, we have the hallway bath here, which is the only bath. And then we have the nice little bedroom. Very nice, very warm. laundry in there as well. And then this is the wonderful like kitchen living space. It's kind of tight, but it's cozy and it works. I think it's a great little space, and they have rooftop access, which is beautiful. You have a hot tub, the outdoor grill. You have the telescope, and now we're going into the on-site gym as well, so you can, work on your fitness skill or relax in the sauna. Just a great place to go and a great place to be. And then we'll do the final unit here, and then we will wrap up. So yeah, this unit, I don't know, I like this one too. It's so hard to pick. But I do like this one as well. I like the black and just like the modern vibes of it, like the dark colors. But I also like the white ones too. So I like both of the end units. They each have their own unique strengths and styles. I guess it depends on what kind of Sims I'm gonna play with or move in here, or what Sims you would move in here. But you can see the teenage bedroom's kind of messy. She didn't really clean it. But this is the hallway bath, and then this is the primary bedroom. But anyway, I do hope you enjoy this speed build, the first for 2024. It was great to do. I've been wanting to do a build like this for quite a while, so I'm glad that we finally did. I do thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.